I need you guys to kind of bear with me for a second because I'm kind of both physically exhausted and mentally exhausted. And you guys know the reason why I'm mentally exhausted because of all the nonsense that we have to fight day in and day out. Um, but a couple things I wanted to address for a second. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, but did you guys notice that there were more than one candidate on the debate stage? More than two candidates on the debate stage in the previous debate. There were more than there was more than just hey Sandy. There were more than just two candidates. Turns out there were actually four. Turns out there were actually four candidates on the debate stage. And don't get me wrong. What I noticed was, and the reason I say that was, did you guys notice how the moderators acted towards Trump? And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to defend Trump because we're not supporting him under any circumstances. But you could just tell they were in a tank for Hillary Rodham Clinton. You could tell because I mean I'm sitting here watching the debate, which was an embarrassment. It was like watching a cartoon show. But as I was watching the debate, I seen the moderators talking to Trump as if they were running for president of the United States also. Like, really? This whole thing has been a setup from day one. It's been a setup from day one to get you guys to vote for the worst candidate who's ever run for political office. It was crazy. I'm listening to the moderator talking to Donald Trump, and I'm thinking like, I mean, I'm talking about grilling him too. I mean, she was asking him about this and asking him like, hold up, is she actually running too? Really? Is if they're gonna play that game, go ahead and let Gary Johnson and Jill Stein on the debate stage also. If that's how we're gonna play it. And then when she got up there talking about how her husband created a surplus, I'm thinking like, oh no, that again, a surplus. The surplus that left our economy, that sent our economy into a recession in the early 2000s. I don't know how. And then I see Facebook, a lot of Facebook people, Facebook friends saying, oh, how Bill Clinton created a surplus and this and that. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we're so hooked into the matrix that there's no pulling them back. There's no pulling them back. There were a former person who worked on the Senator Bernie Sanders campaign. Yeah, I know, Sandy, I noticed. There was someone that I noticed that that was on the Senator Bernie Sanders campaign. I mean, down for the revolution. Down for the revolution. Very smart person. And they said, and I quote, they said that, they don't like Hillary, but they dislike Trump even more. So they're going to just fall in line and vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton. And my response to them was, so you're saying that you're going to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton. So you're going to reward her bad behavior, ensure that we continuously get a Donald Trump and a Hillary Rodham Clinton every election cycle. And then I got blowback. I got hit with, ever since Senator Bernie Sanders left the race, I said nothing but mean and ugly things. I've been accused of shaming people for voting for Hillary Rodham Clinton. My goal here isn't to try to shame anyone, but my goal is to tell the truth. And if somehow by me telling the truth somehow shames you, then that's something that you feel guilty about. It's obviously you feel guilty about voting for someone that you don't necessarily agree with, and you don't have to. You don't have to stand up for everything that you're against. You don't. So I'm not gonna apologize for speaking the truth, but I'm not in no shape, no way or form here to try to shame anyone. I want to educate people. I want to enlighten people. I want to try to wake people up because the more and more I go down my timeline and I see people brag about Clinton surplus, I see people talk about balanced budget amendments, it drives me crazy. Taxes do not pay for spending at the federal level. They don't. We're never going to get to full unemployment. Oh, of course, I'm going to vote for Jill, of course. We're never going to get to full unemployment when we treat our economy like we're on a gold standard. We're never going to get to full unemployment. We're never going to get to we're never going to get to clean climate. We're never going to get to the point to where we're saving our planet if we're still saying that we're too broke. We're never going to get there. We're only going to get there if we enlighten ourselves to stop thinking about balance in the budget and think about balancing the economy. Let's balance the economy. Balance budgets? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. We can't afford to be killing our economy when it's at its weakest stages right now. It's stronger a lot. It's stronger than it was in 2007, 2008 because of the small amount of spending that they did do, and it is a small amount of spending compared to what we need to do because we have so much more domestic policy space. And if we don't use our economy the way it's designed to be used, we're gonna see another recession. We're gonna see another recession. Of course, America for Jill Stein. We're gonna see another recession, and I'm just so sad about how many Hillary Clinton parrots we have out there. The Hillary parrots are in droves. So that means we have to step our game up. We got to step our game up, as Steve said, and create an army of people that are dedicated to learning about economics and going out there and fighting the issues. Because one thing about economics, you need to know it. You need to know it because you need to be able to fight off the people that are telling you that taxes fund spending. You need to be able to fight off the people that tell you that we need a balanced budget amendment. You need to be able to fight off the people that tell you that we're too broke to do anything. You need to be able to fight those people off. And the only way you're going to be able to fight those people off is you learn it for yourself. And this page and this organization has done a great job of posting links when it comes to economics, econ. And honestly, economics is something that I can't get enough of. I love it. I can't get enough of learning about our economy. I can't get enough of learning about how our economy actually works after being clogged with all the BS that they've taught us for decades. I'm born in 1985. That means we was off the gold standard since 1971. And even when I was in school, they were still teaching us that we are a nation tied to the gold standard. We was told that taxes fund spending. Even though time and time again, the Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke has said that that's not the case. Alan Greenspan, the other Federal Reserve Chairman prior to him, has told us that that's not the case. But yet, we just some kind of way gloss over it. And I'm shocked about the number of people that don't give a damn about our economy and don't pay attention to the real issues. All they pay attention to is the corporate media and being a Hillary Rodham Clinton parrot. That's it. If Trump becomes president, doesn't that sound egregious? But if Trump becomes president, at least we have a large majority of base, including the vote blues and the Hillary Rodham Clinton parrots, to help us protest him every step of the way. But if we get Hillary Rodham Clinton for president in a nation of zombies, in a nation of Hillary Rodham Clinton parrots, we not only move forward, but we may even take a step backwards. We wouldn't just stay still. Staying still would be the least of our worries. We would even take a step back. Oh, she has Al Gore speaking for her today? Wow. I didn't know that one, Carmencitia. Did I say your name right? I hope I didn't destroy your name. If I did, I'm sorry. But that's good to know. But if we don't, I don't know. But what we got to do is we're gonna have to go hard. We got to step our game up. We got to step our game up because if we don't, we're gonna be drowned out by the vote blue zombies. Because if I go through my timeline, all I see is Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that, ignoring the real issue. Because the real issue is Hillary Rodham Clinton. And of course, no one that's down with real progressives is going to vote for a Donald Trump president. So we all support Jill Stein. However, oh, thanks. I'm glad I didn't mess it up, Carmencia. But if we don't stand up for what we actually believe in, if we don't, because if you're going to continuously vote for these crooks anyway, why should they change? Why would they change when they know they have our vote anyway? So I just want to take a moment to see if you guys seen that the other presidential candidates that was on the debate stage, the moderators act like they run for president. Because, now don't get me wrong, what I want to see in the next debate, if you're going to attack Trump, and I have no issue with you attacking Trump, but don't act like Hillary Rodham Clinton is an angel, because you guys need you to challenge her and attacking her too. Because Trump said something that I actually agreed with. It sounds horrible, but I have to be honest. Trump asked Hillary Rodham Clinton, why haven't you put up any of your money to run for president? Why? You made $250 million since you left the White House off of working, off of politics. Why haven't you put any of your money up? And the question never got answered. I mean, she literally went to something else, and the moderators allowed it. I have a problem with that. We need to know. And if I'm on a debate stage, and if I was advising Donald Trump, man, my God, no way would I be advising Donald Trump. But I would ask that question again. I would make her answer that question. Why haven't you put any of your money up? I would like to hear her response. And what was really egregious is what's leaked out in those WikiLeaks emails is that what I've always said from the beginning. When you vote blues out here, you Hillary Rodham Clinton Paris out here say that you're gonna vote blue no matter who. She's already know she has your vote, so she's not gonna fight for any of the issues you care about. So, of course, do not pick between two evils. I agree, B. But look, what I'm trying to say is, Hillary Rodham Clinton said, in her own words, she has a private view and a public view, meaning that she tells you and I one thing, and she tells the private banks and Wall Street another thing behind closed doors. So, in other words, if you and I want to save our planet and do something on climate change, she's going to tell us that she's going to work hard to do something on climate change because she can get things done and she's a progressive. How hilarious is that? And then she's going to go behind closed doors to the fossil fuel industry right after they write her a $20 million check and tell them she's really not going to do anything on climate change, but she's going to continuously convince you and I that if we don't vote for her, her opponent will destroy the world. That's how this works. That's what makes it so egregious. It's House of Cards in reality. That's what it is. I'm just going to leave it there. Have a great day, guys. Peace, and I'm out.